Are humans getting more stupid because of computers? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's a question I got some time ago. Are humans getting dumber or lazier because of computers doing all the work? For example, spell check replacing dictionaries. Some of the new questions here seem like deja vu to me and probably lots of your readers. So I want to be clear. I wrote the first version of the article that I'm speaking to 20 years ago. The focus then was in fact on computers themselves. I ran across the article recently and decided to resurrect it and update it because the question seemed very, very familiar, very current. It's the target of blame that's changed. Now, I love these philosophical questions because they actually speak to the heart of what people are thinking and wondering about when it comes to technology. In my opinion, people are as smart or as dumb as they've always been. Some are smarter than others, and people have different strengths and weaknesses, but people are still people, even with decades worth of computers under our belts. I think what's changed is where and how we spend our time, our energies, and our attention, and the myriad of things competing for each. Using computers, we no longer have to do certain things that we've done in the past, or at least not in the way we used to do them. We're able to spend more of our time doing other things, things that we perhaps would not have had the resources for in the past. Personally, I can do more and be more than ever before. That's because I allow technology to do the things that I used to have to know and do myself, freeing up time and energy for other things. It's part of my philosophy. It's at the very top of my About page. I help you use technology more effectively, giving you the confidence to do more, be more, and explore more of the world that today's technology makes available to us all. And that's what I truly believe technology has to offer. The ability to do, be, and explore more than ever before. However, I understand that there's some collateral damage. It does mean that some things may fall by the wayside, or some things have their utility significantly decreased. Things like, well, handwriting. We now type or tap. Dictionaries, at least the physical ones, we've got definitions at our fingertips online. Spelling, spell check to the rescue, and increasingly grammar checkers that actually work. Letters, I stay significantly more connected with friends and family using technologies like email than I would have had I had to write a physical letter. Almost any activity that might be more easily, more efficiently, or more safely performed by technology counts. I really don't think that people are more or less intelligent than in the past. They're just leveraging this wonderful tool that they have in front of them. The computer is taking away the burden of having to know some things that they've had to know in the past, making room for new and exciting knowledge and accomplishments. Okay, as you can probably guess, one thing that has dramatically affected the appearance of intelligence is the rise of what I refer to as attention-based services, most notably social media. The culprit du jour, social media, is blamed for many things, most critically the shortening of the attention spans of its users. And yes, that can appear to make us at least look less intelligent as we consume mostly clickbait headlines without taking the time to dive deeper. The result is that we are less informed, or tragically more misinformed, than years in the past. Mike Maughan offered a different perspective on a recent episode of the No Stupid Questions podcast. I genuinely do not believe that our capacity has shrunk. I do believe that we're sitting at this endless buffet of distraction. Consider that the individual constantly distracted by social media can still focus intently when engaged in some activities. A teenager immersed in an online game, for example, is completely absorbed, often to the exclusion of anything happening around him. It's not that our attention spans have shrunk, it's that there's so much more distraction than ever before. It takes skills we don't currently teach to really focus. It's not making us more stupid, but it is making us less deeply informed, which can sometimes be difficult to distinguish from stupidity. Now, when I first published this essay 20 years ago, I asked the readers of my Facebook audience at the time the same question. Here are a few quotes that I found kind of interesting. As with any technology, we become stupider in some ways and smarter in others. It's not an either-or thing. I'd say that people aren't necessarily any dumber than they've always been, but computers and the internet make it so much easier to display one's shortcomings quickly and to a much wider audience than in the past. This one really got my attention because it has something that I actually overlooked in the original article. I love my computer and how this tool has helped me grow, but I also get out and live what I learn. I find so much info on the internet about things I want to know. How could that possibly be making me more stupid? Apparently, in the 1400s and 1500s, this new mass technology, books, was suspect, as was writing in Plato's time when it began to spread beyond the elite scribe. I stretch my mind daily. This does not mean computers are bad. They are merely tools which can be used for good or evil. Bottom line, realize that as the last comment above pointed out, the computer is just a tool, as is social media, and it's up to us to wield that tool properly. It may not be making us stupider, but it can certainly make it seem that way. For comments, for updates, for links to related articles and more, visit askleo.com/7634. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.